Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and what we have here is a Brady SafeKey lockout padlock. And I when I first saw this, it was on Starrylock's lockpicking channel. Please do go check it out. And I just loved it. It's very similar to a push lock and a tubular lock in different ways, but it's its own unique design. I just really love that. And Starrylock was so generous to send me one. So thank you so much, Starrylock, for sending it. You can see here it says it's an aluminium body lockout padlock with a 1.5-inch steel shackle. It says ultimate key precision. I believe it has many different key differs, which means that you don't have to repeat the key in a suite of locks. I think they go hundreds, if not thousands, of different differs. So I mean, it's really great what they've done here in terms of being able to offer many different keys for this lock. But well, is it high security? Not so much. Have a look at the key. You can see it's actually double-sided. It's got some cutouts either side here, and that corresponds with it can only be able to go in one way in the lock. See, it won't go in this way, it will only go in this way. And it opens just like this, very easily. Ball bearing locking mechanism on either side of the shackle, very cool. Now, what's actually happening on the inside, you can probably just about make out. You can see some little pins or I don't want to call them really, but let's call them pins for now, sticking up there. And those engage with these cutouts, the bitting on the key on either side. There are obviously 6 pins or fingers which connect with these cutouts in the lock. And of course, this determines how far those fingers are pressed down inside the lock. You might be thinking, well, isn't that very similar to a tubular lock? And the answer is yeah, absolutely. It's very similar. You can see the pins in here. You can see the cutouts on the key all the way around at different heights. Obviously, that depresses these pins to a specific height, and then the lock can turn just like that. So you can imagine that this SafeKey lock is very similar to the tubular lock, albeit flattened. How are we going to pick it? Well, I've got a little flat bar tension tool. This is a multi-pick one. And what we need to do is we need to insert it in the lock such a way that it actually goes right down into the mechanism. And there we go. So I've got to hold it like that and pushes against the wall by the cutout, because we're going to try to access the little pins or fingers on the inside past this this tool, which I'll be honest with you won't be too easy, but we will persevere, we will get there. Okay, let's give that a go, just pop that in. Oh, you've got to get quite deep inside there to turn the whole lock. There you go. Not just the front, which will spin. Okay, let's give it a go. So starting at the top right, just going to push that pin down. And I think we've got that set. Second one on the right. I feel that move. Trying to find the third pin. Can't quite. Let's try on the other side now on the left. Little click on, let's say 3 on the left, and 2, and 1, which means that, oh, there we go. We've got an open. That was the last one on this side. Let's call it 1, 2, 3 on the right hand side, and we have an open. Let's have a look and see what's actually on the inside of this. I don't think you can disassemble it all the way down, but we can get as far as we can. I don't want to spoil it. I'll tell you what surprised me about the insides of this. So we have a little spinner plate there, which is a little bit bent. There we go, bend that back. We have the little rubber bit, which this normally clamps over like that. And this is like a little rubber dust shutter, has a bit of resistance when you put the key in. And then you can see the inside of the lock there, which is picked. So you want to tap that out. There we go. And what you'll see here on the underside, well, what we see here is it's all plastic. Now, I don't think this. It looks like a sealed unit. I don't think you can disassemble this, but it is surprising to me that this has a plastic core. There you go. And just take that out, and you can see that you have these little teeth there, which when you put the key in, right way around, and it pushes it down, these can retract in. So something's happening whereby when you put it to the right depth, these little teeth kind of can slide in. So what we're doing when we're picking it is essentially moving this ever closer inwards, these teeth. And these teeth obviously engage with the plastic here, which means that picking this over and over will probably eventually wear this lock out, where if it's made of metal, it wouldn't. I mean, I guess they're not designed for picking, are they? So it's not Brady's fault for doing that, but it is one of those things where it's just like, oh, really? Which makes you think that if you were to over torque this lock as well, then you could probably just tear through this plastic as well, which I think is actually not a great security feature. So there you go. But it is a wonderful lock from a collector's point of view. Look at all that grease on my nice backdrop there. Just because it's kind of a unique mechanism, although it is disappointing that it is sort of plastic on the inside. Shame about that. Anyway, hope you found that interesting. I really love this lock. I hope you do too. And I'll see you all next time.